All the way from the start, I can feel it in my heart, like all the way from the start.
Hey, what's going on out there? I'm Sean Devine. Hope you all are doing well. Today I've got a new video where we're going to talk about EQing your reverbs like a pro. So in a recent video that I did where we talked about great mixing, becoming a great mixer is in the seemingly small details. So if you didn't see that video, I'll put a link to it. But one of the small details is to go in and very specifically fine tune the EQ of your reverb signal for your vocals. So what this allows you to do is get the vibe and the feel and the lushness of some of these big spaces that you all really want, but it makes it so that we're dialing it in a way that it fits in the mix a lot better. It complements the rest of the instrumentation and it keeps the vocals still up front. So let me go ahead and play back this hook. This is with the EQ exactly the way I did it in the final mix.
It's human nature we live. You gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but man, you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever. The ones who burn me, man, there's times I sell out. Light it up. It's time to set the mood right, my mind tight. With the music flowing through me, it's gonna be alright, it is. Bet you I ain't never doubt myself again. If you lied to me, man, you're not a friend. True supporter, stay down to begin again. If you have my back, then you're my next of kin.
For those of you who are not familiar, all we're really doing here is we're just taking the dry signal from our vocal chain, or actually the process signal, but no reverb. We're just taking that, which this is my hook main vocal chain aux, and you'll see I have a send, which is going on bus 3 to our reverb, which is down here, and that is the Valhalla. And then we're immediately following the reverb with an EQ plugin. So we're taking that reverb signal and then we're EQing that down here on the aux. Now, some of you ask, well, why don't you just use the EQ that's on the plugin? You'll see that I did do that. However, you get a lot more control once you add an additional EQ. You can do a lot more deep cuts, a lot more noticeable cuts, and have a lot more precise control. You can see up here, you know, we have a high cut and a low cut. Down here, I can really get in and get my hands dirty with what needs to be taken care of. Let's go ahead and I'm going to solo the vocal, and I want to really give you an ear test so that you can notice what a huge difference this makes, not only just as a cappella, but in the context of the mix, more importantly. I'm going to turn off the EQ. And I want you to listen to it, and then I'll turn it on so that you can hear the difference.
This human nature we live. You gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but man, you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever. Deep down. The ones who burn me, man, there's times I sell out. Light it up. It's time to set the mood right, my mind tight.
All right, so pretty cool, but it's washy. Now let's turn it on.
Human nature we live. You gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but man, you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever. Deep down. The ones who burn me, man, there's times I sell out. Light it up. It's time to set the mood right, my mind tight.
All right, so for some of you, I want you to go back and really critically listen just without the EQ and then with the EQ where we're kind of fine-tuning that stuff, because some of you are going to say, well, it just sounds drier. But it is definitely not just a drier reverb. We're getting the same space, we're getting the same lushness, but again, we're bringing the vocal more up front and we're just shaping that reverb much, much more intricately. So now, let you hear the real difference, which is with the context of the entire mix and with the beat. Let's turn that EQ off now.
Human nature we live. You gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but man, you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever.
right? So the vocal is sitting a lot further back in the mix, and it's also just very washy. The tail of the reverb is a little bit distracting. And then once we turn it on,
Human nature we live. Gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but man, you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever.
much cleaner, much more precise sound there, but we still get that cool vibe from this reverb. So if you are interested in terms of the specific cuts I made, you can take a look here. A lot of you have gotten used to just rolling off lows and highs on your reverb, which I've done in the past as well. Sometimes that works great, but again, I was noticing a lot of resonance with this particular hook and reverb. So these frequency points are not going to be the same in every vocal, but I do find a pattern of these kind of being recurring, resonant, problematic areas for the reverb. So if you want to just kind of take note of those, but I would encourage you to experiment because again, no vocal, no reverb is quite the same, but the approach is going to be very close. So I hope you all picked something up in this video. Again, very powerful to go in and finely tune and specifically EQ your reverb on your vocal, create that space, but also dial it in to where it's fitting and complementing the rest of the mix and still keeping the vocal up front. So if you learned anything in the video, please like, subscribe, and consider sharing. We'll talk to you soon.
I didn't say nothing, but